from this place. Got the man, but I'm the one she wanna ride on. Trash shitting like you walk away with pastors and chilling with the ghost boys, phantoms and caspers. I'm rolling up the M where you're never getting past us. I never had the time to feel.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Ecom Diddy, back at it. I just wanted to make a quick YouTube video on product research because I feel like this is kind of like the beginning stage of ecom and like one of the first most important parts, and a lot of people fuck it up. And I know a lot of people do like caloripping. I did do a lot of caloripping last Q4. I don't do it as much now. I rely more on my number 1 and number 2 methods, but I do go over, I guess, like my Kalodata research and how I did that, how I approached that. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So I want to say that I feel like the main thing that people fuck up is, okay, let's say you get started, right? You open up whatever tool, you open up Kalodata, you sort by revenue, you find something that looks interesting, right? Maybe it solves the problem, you know, who cares, right? You slap it on a store, you run some ads, and then you're down 150 and it fucking dies, right? And your first instinct, what usually gets you, right, is, actually, let me go full screen for this. What usually gets you is, you're like, damn, either ecom doesn't fucking work, or dropshipping doesn't work, or this product goes ass, right? And you just keep repeating this, and you're not really fucking learning, right? Now the problem is you're not fucking picking a product, right? Or actually, no. The problem is a lot of you guys are picking products. You guys are not picking desires, right? And now everyone in the ecom niche, ecom space talks about desires, direct response marketing. Like, we wouldn't be talking about all this shit if it wasn't important. But you have to, like, there is some nuance to this, right? Now, you want to, I guess, understand the problem behind every product, right? The problem is that a lot of people are picking products and not problems, not desires, right? And this is the difference. The desire is the difference between products that sell and products that don't sell, right? So before I show you guys any specific tools, and before I talk about like validation criteria and anything, I want to show you, I guess, like the mindset behind it, right? Because this is actually what will separate a store that gets 0 sales or maybe like 1 or 2 sales before it dies to a store that's doing, you know, 6 to 7 figures a month, right? Now, yep, okay. So last Q4, me and my partner Adnan, and obviously me on my own, we combined spent a total of around $750,000, which is over $500,000 in Q4 alone, right? Now, obviously we had a few winners. We had, you know, a few like long-term brands. Some of these brands were still scaling. We're trying to scale one of the brands to 100K MRR. But yeah, like, this is just, you know, showing some credentials. But I want to start off with criteria, right? I want you to ask yourself, does this product solve an extremely urgent problem, and do the people who suffer from this product deal with it on the daily, right? And actually, let me do this so you guys can see it better. Or often. Now, Eugene Schwartz, if you guys haven't read this fucking book right here, this shit is goated as fuck. Read this fucking book, alright? Now, I'm not gonna fucking glaze it for another 2 minutes because everyone knows how good the book is, but does this product, well, you want to ask yourself, right? Does this product solve an extremely urgent problem, and does this product improve core experiences for a hyper passionate group or community, right? Now, this example could be fucking rock climbers, right? You take a problem that rock climbers face a lot, let's say sweaty hands, let's say weak grip strength, and then you find a product that solves that exact problem. Now, rock climbers are very passionate about their specific niche, about their specific, I guess, hobby. So that would be a good product to test, right? Now, obviously, this is more like the physical product itself. You do not really want to be going for a product that doesn't have good perceived value, right? Or this should technically be great perceived value. And I'll go into that in a bit. And another thing is usually handheld, but not too big, heavy, or bulky. Now, you have to remember that you're shipping products from China, right? You can't be shipping a fucking couch. Or you could drop ship a couch, but maybe not as a beginner, right? Now, secondly, you want really great perceived value. You cannot sell if you don't have margins, right? So what this means is you want to aim for at least 75% gross profit margins, right? Per order. You need to be netting at least 75% after your COGS, right? So if you're selling a product for $100, you do not really want to be paying more than $25 in COGS, right? Now that's an example of a good or decent markup. Secondly, actually no, I cover the shipping. So that's about it just for the product criteria. I'll show you guys more examples when I actually hop onto the tools. Now, product validation. Is this product or a similar version of this product selling on Meta? Is there a competitor that launched within the last 1 to 2 months? And Trend Track is one of the tools that I'm going to be using, is very good for this. Very good for product validation. So another thing is there a way I can differentiate myself from this comp? This is going to be a different video, like how to scale in saturated market. Have they turned off most of their ads or 75% or more? This is going to be something that you need to check yourself. And is the competitor continually launching ads? And then obviously the SimilarWeb method. Now, keep this checklist in mind. This is like after you find a product, you're trying to validate it, make sure the most recent ad from your comp is within 4 to 5 days. The majority of the ads still active, running for in between 30 to 90 days, new creatives being added regularly. This goes back to the most recent ad. And is there an angle or audience that they're not hitting? Now, the tools I use are GetHook, Trend Track, Kalodata. Yeah, that's it, right? Alright guys, a quick sidetrack. Basically all the tools I use in this video are actually from luxury tools. I basically paid $30 a month to get over 3.5k worth of tools. And like for example, even Kalodata alone is over $300 a month. GetHooked 150, SimilarWeb is 200, and I use each of these, including Trend Track, which is another $200-300 a month. And instead of paying all that shit, I just pay $30 a month. Because I'm not trying to pay all that. If you guys are interested, the link to luxury tools is in the comment section down below or in the description down below. But yeah, back to the video. So I'm gonna start with Trend Track only because it's the main thing I use, and I feel like it's probably one of the best tools out there. I have no affiliation with them or any of the products I talk about in this video. I just really like them. So let's talk filters, right? Trend Track. I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit for you guys. Status, active ads, days running. You want to be shown ads that have been running for at least 10 days with a maximum of 60 days, right? This is usually what I like to go with. These are not my hard set filters. I do like to play around with these time to time. Let's see. CTA, shop now, learn more. Usually a lot of ecom people don't really use anything else other than these two. Country, US. And then what's really cool about Trend Track is that they have this page section, right? Here you can actually filter when the fuck the Facebook page of your competitor has been made. Has it been made in the last 3 months, 6 months, or the last 12 months, right? I usually keep this on the last 3 months or the last 6 months. 6 months if I want to like really take my time launching a product. 3 months if I'm just looking for a quick product to test. Apply. I want a minimum of 40 ads. I don't really, or usually I put this at 50, but I want usually a minimum of 40 to 50 ads, right? And then Shopify theme is gonna be yeah, I'll usually put Dawn, Shrine Pro, Impulse, like most of the actual Shopify themes that we know that people use. So we're looking for primarily one product stores, right? So I'll keep it at this, right? Now we have all of this. Usually my method right now has been running native ads. I don't know if you guys want that because there's so many videos out there on native ads from like people like Anthony Camacho, or even Alex Robinson, just a bunch of people making really good content on native image ads. If you guys want one specifically from me, because I use different prompts, I use custom prompts, and I usually do have a above 40% hit rate for native ad tests, right? So let's see, this looks like what? Like a smiling product or a teeth whitening product. It takes you to kind of a pre-lander. Images aren't loading, that's odd. Huh. Am I retarded? Oh, here it is. What is this? Energy pouches? Okay. Oh, this is a unique angle. I guess there's like a Zen trend going on, and they're trying to like sway people away from your usual caffeine, coffee, sort of like something like that, right? And they're basically promoting these caffeine Zins. They're doing MRR. Their site is really ass. I don't know if it's because I'm on this browser, but None of this seems to be working. They have 150 ads up. Let me low-key see how they're ranking. So here is a validation tool I'll use. I'll use SimilarWeb, right? It's part of luxury tools. I'll go on SimilarWeb. I'll see, okay, 12K visits from last month. Obviously, this is a very new store. SimilarWeb is better if you're looking more in the 90 to 120 day range for your criteria. So let's say 12,000. They've just recently started. I would say they're probably scaling. So 12,000 visitors in the last 90 days. You're gonna multiply this by a 2.5% conversion rate, right? Because that's average in ecom. What the fuck is this? 300, right? Now you want to go back to this. You want to see what offer they're running, right? Now obviously my shit is not fucking working, but let's say they have the middle option selected, right? Usually there's gonna be buy one, buy two, buy three. You just want to choose the middle because that's probably gonna be closer to their AOV. So this is, let's say, a $63 AOV. Let's say, let's just say 65. So we're gonna multiply the amount of converting customers, which is 300, by their AOV, and we'll get about 20K. Now obviously this is very low for monthly or even last 90-day revenue, but you guys also have to understand that we're looking at very new products, right? So if there's a very large spike, then it's usually someone more competent, more hard to compete against. So you want to be careful in that regard. Usually for my product research criteria, 20K is pretty good considering the fact that, one, they have over 150 ads active, right? Two, right, we can also check how long they've been running. They have a lot of partnership ads. This might actually be a genuine brand, or either that or someone scaled up. But one thing I do realize they're not doing is they're not running native ads, right? So what I would do is I would come in here, right, make a bunch of like native ads. Like I would literally just run like a bunch of like stained teeth, right? Stained teeth, or just like stuff from like a lot of side effects of actual normal caffeine consumption, which is what, stained teeth. And I would run this as a native image ad, and I would try to run this. Yeah, like why not, right? This is a very specific angle because are people really looking? Obviously people want caffeine, right? But it's not like a prevalent, it's a decent desire, but it's not like super urgent, right? That's maybe the one reason I wouldn't run it personally. Let's just look for one more on Trend Track. Angle support ran through, but they're targeting basketball players. Not bad. Okay, so yeah, let's see this. At 3 metformin. What is this? This is obviously this is a supplement. They're going for like a liver-ish angle. Completely AI generated images. Not bad so far. Yeah, this isn't bad for a site. Let's see, they have 150 ads. This is whitelisted though, so I'm not too sure. Let's try putting this through SimilarWeb. Let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, this is a very recent brand, so they're not going to be on SimilarWeb. They're running very native style ads. Oh my god, that's so fucking long. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. Let's keep looking. Okay, so this is a very interesting angle, right? It looks like a wetting the bed sort of fucking angle. Maybe urinary incontinence. Pelvic floor, bad pelvic floor. This is technically a woman-specific demographic. I honestly want to see if I can put this in mobile view. No, it's not gonna work. Okay. Nice vibrator. Decently long advertorial. Oh. It's a vibrator I hope I don't get fucking banned for this. It's a vibrator that's supposed to help with urinary incontinence. That's actually kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's genuinely insane. Now, another thing I want to mention that you can do that I've also done that's helped me with finding a winning product. Okay, so let's just do the math on this real quick. 95 times 0.025. Oh, I'm fucking retarded. 95k, so 2.3k, and then let's see, $89. Let's say $95. Oh, okay. So they're doing about 200k in the last 90 days. Now this is very good, right? So what I would do, right, in this scenario, if let's say I wanted to run this very specific niche, because I don't think a lot of people are running this specific niche, right? And I'm just gonna take a look at their ads. I hope it's not something crazy and I get fucking banned for showing this on YouTube. Yeah, they have some freaky ass shit for their native ads, right? But what I would do here is I would take, like, they're already running some native ads, right? I would continue with the native ads because this is a decent angle. A lot of their native ads are don't have the low impression count, so they're printing. I would actually try this with a different solution, right? Obviously that's kind of like a vulgar solution, but if it's working for them, maybe try this with a supplement, maybe try this with something else. Just ask ChatGPT, ask Claude, and it'll do its thing, right? All right, that's it for Trend Track. Get Hooked specifically, what I like to do, have the United States of America, obviously as the primary country. These two as the performance, for ad performance. I don't really want to see poorly performing ads. I'll low-key limit the ads per brand to 5. Obviously, I want to see ads that are still running. I want to see ads that have been running for a minimum of 30 days, at least for Get Hooked. And I want at least 50 ads active, right? Now, after I do this, I also press this right here, plus advertorials, right? We're just gonna go through a few of these, and then I'm just gonna go through, I guess, like what I would look for, and what my general thought process is when it comes to this. This is a very interesting native ad. What is this? Or even this. Nutrition therapy. People with IBS, targeting primarily women. Okay. Digestive comfort release supports daily. MRR based brand. I guess they're targeting people who shit a lot. Not bad. They're targeting primarily women. Now they're targeting primarily women, and as someone who low-key shits a lot, I would say that you can try this with an angle primarily targeting men. This obviously is too new. I'm just gonna skip over this for now. So with obviously Trend Track, we're looking for brands that we can still run native ads with. Usually my approach is going to be to try to like script and write your own ads. Test with at least 1 to 2 concepts for video ads, and 2 to 4 concepts with native ads. That's what I would personally do with a new test. And I would put that at least at like 150 minimum, maybe 200. If I'm feeling really confident, I'll do like a 250. I'll do like a 250 budget, right? Now, same thing here, right? If I find a product that's doing good and they're not running native ads, I'm gonna try to run native ads, right? Let's see, what is this? Menopause specialist reveals how to heal gluteal tendinopathy. So this is someone who's targeting women's pain, but not just women's pain. They're targeting specifically menopausal women pain, right? And hip pain seems to be a very big, like, very, very good winning angle for them. How many ads do they have running up? 127. I'm gonna check them on SimilarWeb. Okay, 16k. They've only been up for about a month or so. So we're just gonna do some quick math. 16k times 0.025, 400 times, what is this? $108. That's a low, very high AOV. Huh. So they're doing at least 40K. Now I would low key. So the scope of this is menopausal women, right? Especially menopausal relief and vitality, balance, energy, confidence. Now, if they're going all in on the hip, specifically the hip bursaritis or the joint pain, I would try to find maybe something else, right? Let's say menopausal, I don't know if this is a real thing, but menopausal headaches, menopausal memory for like cognitive decline. I would try to test different desires, use similar messaging from these because it's still menopausal related, and then try to run native ads to a listicle or advertorial based on that, right? I'll try something like that personally. I'm gonna look for one more. This is a decent video. AI hero villain style video. Scar renewal. Okay. Let's see. 400 ads active. I just want to see if they're running. I want to see if they're running natives. They're running a lot of. Yeah, they're running a lot of image ads, but not specifically native ads. Guys, this is another example. Yeah, this is another perfect example. Let's run this through SimilarWeb and see what we get. I retarded. All right. Clune.com. Okay, 70K, not too bad. Started 3 months ago. Now this is probably gonna be our most promising one yet. 1968 converting, and then let's see what's their AOV, $50, and this is MRR too, guys. So remember that, keep that in mind. Yeah, okay. So what was it again? I'm losing it. 50. Now they're doing about 100K last 90 days. So what I would do, I would swipe all of this information, right? Let's say I was running this product. Okay. Oh, I really hope I don't get banned. Yeah, so what I would do here is I would basically swipe this entire fucking PDP, right? Feed it to Claude, have it analyze their PDP, have it analyze their pre-landers, right? Assuming they're not even running pre-landers. So what I would do here is I would run native ads, and because there's a lot of like native ads that you can target with this. Acne scar, Facebook. Oh my god, why the fuck is this? Yeah, so I would literally run like pictures like this straight to an advertorial and with like long form copy, right? And that's literally like, yeah, they're not running native ads right now, or they could be, but maybe we just haven't seen it yet. But yeah, I would literally genuinely try this. This is an extremely validated product, validated avatar and market. It's just how can you communicate to these people differently from how the comp is, right? And one really good way to do this is native image ads, right? So I would try that out personally and see how that goes. But yeah, guys, last one, we're gonna move on to Kalodata. All right, guys, we're on Calo fucking data. Let's go. So yeah, the filters, I'm just gonna go over the filters. I do last 30 days. I do revenue between 65K and 400K. I'll also do revenue source being affiliate. This is more of a slightly newer filter. And I'll do revenue growth rate being 70% because I want to see very fastly growing, fastly trending products, right? Now, you'd be surprised at just how many winning products that this method has yielded, not just for me, but also for my friends as well. I'm gonna try to find at least one good or decent product on and then validate it with either Get Hooked or Ad Library, and then we'll call it at that, right? So a lot of these products up here usually are too saturated, or people are running them and have scaled them up. I see this product. I see this product, hair growth gummies, right? Now, hair growth, very saturated market. The chart does look good. It's low-key on the uptick. Yeah, this is actually exactly what I would have done. I was thinking like, oh, if they don't have someone, Oh, they're running, okay, vitamin B complex. Fuck that shit. Are they running? They're running some sort of hair health gummies. Carol. What is Carol doing? I'm pretty sure this is the same domain. Yeah, hair growth gummies. Okay. So what I would do here, I'm actually surprised no one else is running this. Let's try hair growth gummies. Okay, advertorial. Yep, this is that. Someone's running vitamin C gummies, but I have not seen this exact product. Yeah, so what I would honestly do here is I would launch these calorips. Or if I don't really want to get stupid high CPMs, I would run this calorip and use a lot of the native image styles like this. I would use images like this, exactly like this, send it to a designated pre-lender, right? And then have like a product page, but it's just this, right? It's just this bag. I'm actually surprised no one's specifically running this. It's kind of crazy. Let me look at the ads. Okay, I don't have headphones right now, so I'm not gonna really play a lot of the ads, but the ads low-key have like a decent distribution. I would honestly test this. Yeah, why not? Okay guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. I'm gonna try to cut up and trim up a lot of the videos so it's not like fucking 35 fucking minutes long. One thing I will say is that the product and product testing is part of the process. I've failed hundreds of fucking products before I found my first winner, and even when I did find my first winner, I was in debt and ran into a lot of problems scaling. So I just want to say, just keep at it, just get those fucking reps in, and eventually you will find a fucking winner, right? Now, also, I want to emphasize that if you are failing a test, you need to actually learn from the test. Make sure you understand what went wrong. If you can't, at least make a hypothesis, make a theory, right? And next time, test that theory. Just reiterate these feedback loops. Remember, the most successful person is going to be the person that tried the most and learned the most, right? I hope that was a decent video. I low-key found a decent amount of products that I would personally like at least, you know, try to validate further or test myself. So yeah, I'm not gonna ask for any of that gay shit. Like, I'm not gonna tell you guys to fucking subscribe or like any of that. If you guys want anything specific, let me know and I'll try to like, oh shit, I'll try to work on that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.